This is a Quickstyle history of Redondo Beach. In 1890, Hotel Redondo opens its doors, named after its predecessor, Rancho Sausal Redondo. Hotel's supposed to be real swanky, but if that's outside your budget, there's another spot nearby. $3 a week for a tent. That same year, not yet Redondo Beach breaks ground on a tabernacle for a group called Chautauqua, a growing movement from New York, aimed at preparing and protecting humans from a sick modern world. Picture TED Talks with a Christian twist and just a little socialism. Things are starting to come together for Redondo, and 2 years later in 1892, Redondo Beach incorporates as a city, almost 20 years before any other nearby town. In the 1900s, Redondo is part of the local beach trifecta, along with Hermosa and Manhattan. They're shaped largely the result of their waterfront access and various train companies getting people to the sand. 1905, Henry Huntington, who donated his name to the park and beach, shows up in Redondo to do a little business. He buys a big chunk of the city and a gang of nearby trains. To get people talking, Huntington builds a luxurious spa and plunge pool. He also starts promoting this surf thing, hiring renowned surfer George Freeth to stand around and point at the largest saltwater plunge in the world. 1930s have Redondo Beach overrun with various forms of mobster ingenuity. Its waterfront swollen with bingo parlors, bookies, and gambling clubs. Just offshore, a hood named Tony Cornero is running The Rex, a floating casino parked in international waters. The gambling thing comes to a head when mobster Les Bruneman is shot while strolling around the Strand. The city decides enough, starts working with local newspapers and cops, eventually exposing a connection between the gambling and big-time bad guy Bugsy Siegel. Slowly, they push out the card games. Now, degenerate gamblers gotta hoof it to Gardena. In the 40s, Redondo Beach has continuously handed its ass by the weather. Every pier it tries to put up gets taken down by storms. Redondo puts up a breakwater, hoping to take some oomph out of the waves. That gets knocked around. Finally, in 58, Congressman Cecil R. King puts on his Poseidon crown, demands a solid harbor built. This one holds, becoming Redondo's famed King's Harbor. In 48, an old salt lake, in use since back in the indigenous days, is filled in for a power plant. Power's actually been generated here since back in 1897, though that was a little steam engine thing. This new one's the real deal, providing power for all of LA. In 56, Bell Labs, inventors of lasers and transistors, are now really into missiles. They've developed a real banger called the Nike Ajax, named after the Greek characters, not the shoes or cleaning solution. Anyway, Redondo gets an Ajax base here on a hill once used by the Tongva. Then, overnight, Army loses interest in the Ajax. The new hip thing is the Nike Hercules. In 77, the abandoned hill becomes Hopkins Wilderness Park. Don't worry about any old missiles lying around though. The military lists the site as obliterated. In 83, Redondo declares its official bird, Carson's very own Goodyear blimp. Pushing into the 90s, Redondo's thinking maybe a power plant is not the best thing to have nearby. They propose changing it to Redondo Fun Park, but no one bites. In 98, AES buys the plant for medicine. 2 years later, they try to rezone for condos. Residents shut that shit down quick. By 2008, the power plant is barely even used. It isn't really needed anymore, and sometimes shut off for months. In 2022, California declares there's no more room. Cities gotta start letting developers build duplexes, fourplexes, and sextuplexes. Redondo Beach gives a resounding hell nah. Mayor specifically stating, ain't no housing crisis over here. Next year in 23, Leo Pustelnikov tries turning the old power plant into a housing complex. A legal battle ensues, and even the lawyers lawyer up. In 24, Redondo Beach declares itself the first city in LA to end unsheltered homelessness. While that claim probably ends with an asterisk big enough to be seen from space, Redondo Beach deserves some credit for engaging with the problem instead of pretending it doesn't exist. If you want to go even further back before Redondo was even a beach, take a deeper dive with my Quickstyle history of the South Bay.